Another set point for Seles. As you were calling that replay, Mary, I was just thinking how ungainly her game is. It is so different from anybody else's. You certainly don't go out to a youngster, #1 player in the world, and say, go and learn how to play like Monica Seles. It's very unorthodox.
2 Sabatini mishits have given Seles her 2 set points.
Down the line for the winner. Deuce again. 2 set points saved by Sabatini. Remember, she saved 2 match points against Novotny in the last round. Down 2-5 in the second, and this 1 set down.
Again, she's got Seles reaching on this one. Seles isn't going to come in behind it. So Sabatini gets to rip it past her down the line. It's a nice combination Sabatini uses. A short one and the real deep one. And that's out. By the way, Yana Novotny, she bolted her press conference after she lost to Sabatini in that heartbreaking match for her, but she did end up coming back many hours later and just said that mentally she was so far out of it after she lost that second set that's how she explained that love third set that got Sabatini to the semi. So she was not fined the $250 the WTA could have given her for bolting a press conference. Oh, boy.
Deuce again. Novotny is in the semi-final of the women's doubles. So she had to come back yesterday and play anyway. It's not like she could bolt to town, get out of Dodge. Deuce. Double fall, third set point for Seles. That's long, called long.
That was out.
Yeah.
It's going to be checked. Jane Tabor demanded that big check. That's 3 calls.
It's long, and another set point opportunity, this time won by Seles. That one will not be overruled. Monica Seles has won the first set, 6-4.
3 close calls this game. See, now Sabatini wants Jane Tabor to climb out of the chair. That chair is a real ejection seat here at the French. I think it's a bit overdone, to tell you the truth. Jane Tabor of Great Britain says, no, I can't check it. And in fact, once you've called the line, she's already said that she's already announced the score.
Yeah, once the score is announced, you can forget it. She's not going to change her mind. That's exactly right, Mary. 6-4, first set Seles.
It's Monica's second ace. She had one in the last game. So it's fair to say she's come out of this second rain delay better than her opponent.
Drop shot for a clean winner, 30 love. The chair umpires will get out of their chair if they feel like there's reason for him to, or if there's some confusion about the mark. And it's happened quite a lot, as you said. Seles is there, and so is Sabatini. 30-15.
Drop shots are going to be a big part of this. This is the second and 2 points Seles goes for. Sabatini fielded it well cross court, and though Seles got back to it, she couldn't defend. Look at Sabatini. She's trying to get herself going, and she should. If she wants to win this match, again, she's going to have to pump up her footwork. and start trying to dictate the points. There again, she is challenging the second serve.
Yep, drop shot by Sabatini this time, and it works. 30-all. And don't underestimate the importance of this game. First game, second set. But very often these early games will set the stage for the rest of the set. Early break here, and Sabatini could be on her way. I'm impressed, Mary, with how Sabatini handles these things. I mean, she had her complaint about that call on set point, but she has taken that now, and you see no hangdog look about it. There's no defensive kind of stature in her posture. Game point. Slight miss-hit on the return and a bad miss-hit, maybe a broken string with Sabatini. And she trails 1 game to love and 1 set to love.
You can see it took 1 hour and 43 minutes. That's including the rain delay. Of course, Sabatini's serving at almost 80%, and she's serving now. It's high, but still, she's gotten herself in trouble. Twice she's been broken. She's made more errors, unforced errors than Seles too. It's okay to do that if you're winning in the winners column, but she's just behind Seles there. And I think that's a big part of this story.
Not that big a differential between winners and errors, which means that the quality of the tennis has been good. To hit that number of winners on a slow clay court, especially on a day like today with the conditions as heavy as they are, that's an attention-getting number. I love it, Mary. It used to be when you watch matches on clay, it was a matter of who lasted longer and who made the most errors, how you could, you know, force your opponent to make errors. Today, you got to win by hitting winners. It's nice. $15-all. But only just long.
That's the big problem. We talked about that right at the beginning of this match, how Seles will try to climb all over that second serve. And she has.
Very, very strong stuff from Seles. 30-all in this game. It's also the reason that Sabatini is serving such a high percentage of first serves in. She knows those numbers that we've just been looking at. Second serve and she's in trouble. That's wide. A break point in Sabatini's first serve game of the second set, and Seles won the first. Did you see Seles beginning to back? She was backing away from the net on that passing shot of Sabatini's instead of moving in.
She got a little lucky that Sabatini's shot hit the net and fell wide.
That's right. open court, easy approach shot. So the break point saved. This is deuce. Seles talking about the fact that she's going to serve and volley on grass. Well, I don't think you'll see that happen.
I don't expect a lot of it this year, but she does know that, you know, she's going to have to try to make her serve do more of her talking for her. But she's playing this match just as she wants Seles. It's Sabatini who I think has to be more forward, be more aggressive.
Not happy with the ball toss. Deuce. She wants to keep it out a little further to the right. First ball toss was too far overhead. But that double fault, wild one.
She had 9 coming into this match.
She's got 3 so far today. Break point again.
Another miss hit.
Wasn't like it was a bad bounce either. She just took her eye off it. And I hate to kind of cast this spell on her, but it looked a little bit like Stefan Edberg yesterday, trying to feel the ball, and it just wasn't there. So Sabatini's in trouble here. The semi-final of the women's singles. Live coverage that you're watching now from Stade Roland Garros. 2 games to love second set. First set, Seles 6 games to 4. First round, Radka Zrubakova for Monica Seles and Marianne de Swart, Catherine Quentrec of France, Sandra Cecchini of Italy, and finally Conchita Martinez of Spain. That's how Seles got here.
Seconds.
27 unforced errors for Sabatini. Seles has 15.
Again, Sabatini well beyond the baseline. Seles stepping in.
Marianne Werdell in the first round. Manuel Zardo of Switzerland. Then Mary Pierce, Rachel McQuillan. And then Jana Novotná in her toughest match. 5-2 in the second set. She was down and lost the first.
Nearly 3 hours long, that one. She really shouldn't have won that.
So Seles holds on. Sabatini in trouble again here today. Down a set and a break. 3 games to love. We'll be back with more live coverage from Roland Garros in a moment. Monica Seles 6-4 and 3 games to love. And that is a surprise. That's her match record in 1991, 38 and 4, 17 and 2 on clay this year.
And doesn't she look so much more alert and fired up than her opponent, Cliff? I mean, she's dancing all over the place. She's got herself the break in the second. Sabatini's, she just is much flatter by comparison.
She really is. And add to that the fact that you get out there against somebody like Seles, who hits the ball so flat and in such an unorthodox way. You don't play against anybody like that. You can't find anybody who plays like that in practice. So you kind of sometimes got to work your way into it. But it may be getting too late for Sabatini. It wasn't in the last round she played against Novotna, so she did come back.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
See, that's the other thing that happens, isn't it? Now with Monica Seles, who has the opportunity to go for the big shots, if she's not going to choke, and you mentioned, Mary, she talked about choking in the past, but if you don't stay close with her, then that isn't going to happen.
She'll pull away.
Yeah.
Again, she's compared with Sabatini, to my mind, or Graf, or Arantxa Sanchez, to anyone. I mean, Seles is the greatest match player. She seems to come through in these big moments. Ah, it's beautiful. Well wide, way off the court, Seles. She knew she had to go for a winner. Sabatini questioning this again. That looked great to me.
Lunch person is going to go out and check it. Let's see what she comes up with. She's pointing to it and indicates. Jane Tabor's going to get out of the chair and check it. She's saying, yeah, it was good. Sabatini's asked her once before to get out of the chair and check it. She didn't do it on that occasion. That was set point of the first set. That time she did, but the result is the same. It goes against Sabatini, 15-30 in this game.
I don't know. I just sometimes I like it when they jump out of the chair on, you know, colossally bad calls. But I just hate that it's become, at this tournament, it's an act of Congress to make a call.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, 15-42 break point for a second break for Seles. Talking about big matches, Mary, remember the Mary Jo Fernandez semi-final down in Australia, how tough she was then. And she lost the first set to Novotna there and came back too. Break points.
Another mishit, Luke.
And again, not because of a bad bounce.
She's way off. She's way off.
So there's the second break. Seles leads 4-0 and first set 6-4.
Well, she better do more of that. Sabatini hasn't won one game since that rain delay.
That took place at 4-all in the first set. Since then, it has been all Seles.
But we mentioned, didn't we, Cliff, that these two are momentum players. You know, again, maybe this will spark something with Sabatini. If it doesn't, she's gone. Again, look at her splayed.
Yeah. See, I had the same
hitting off the back foot.
Take a look at that. No mistakes from Seles yet in the second set. We're 4 games into it. No errors. 8 for Sabatini.
Here's Seles. She asked for the second ball faster from the ball kick. She wants this over with. She wants to speed things along.
This is not good stuff, as you've been pointing out. Sabatini is just not firing today at all. I had the same feeling about Edberg yesterday. You get to a point where you lose confidence And then you just lose rhythm as well, and that's what's happened, I think. Again, an unforced error in the worst way, because, again, no bad bounce or anything. The ball was there asking to be hit.
And the thing is, Cliff, Sabatini was able to grub her way out of that match with Novotna a round before. That's just not going to happen here. Not against Seles.
Game point in game to Monica Seles. Again, since the rain delay, the second of 2 rain delays, not one game won by Sabatini. We'll be back. Seles leads the matchup between the two of them. She's 3-2 with Sabatini. The last time they played, though, was on a court that was a lot more similar to this one. It was the Italian, and that time it was Monica Seles who came out second. But she's won the last 7 games here and leads at 5 games to love.
Zero counts.
Again, this is off the second shot. She tries a very difficult drop shot. She's from behind, right on the baseline. Low percentage stuff on a day when you don't have any touch, when you don't have any real feel for what the ball is doing on your strings.
Crowd applauding the fact that Sabatini's actually won a point here.
That's really one of the first positive points that Gabby has put together, forcing Monica wide and then going down the line with this pretty slice. Everything else has been negative, reactive, you know, just on the heels of her opponent.
Adding to the woes of Sabatini is the fact that Seles, of course, is so close to winning it that she's coming up with some great stuff when she needs to. Take a look at this again now. This wasn't a badly played point. Seles tracks this drop shot down. Then Sabatini doesn't play a bad shot, but look at this. She gets to this one and then steers it down the line for a clean winner. She got that one, 30-all.
She actually ended up playing this volley very, very close. You can see she's on the run, decides to come in here, and this could easily have been wide. She cut it so fine.
30-all.
Sabatini looked up to her coach, Carlos Kiermaier, after this lovely shot as if to say something like that. Of course, it's a little late in the game to be playing your best stuff. That was a very lovely drop volley winner.
So Sabatini trying to get on the board in the second set. She has a chance here. This is game point. Down love 5. That's why it's Sabatini opens her score. The crowd like that, but she's still got a long way to come back. This is Seles to serve for the match, who won the first set 6-4.
Again, it's Seles who finds the moment to take over the point, and it was with that tremendous cross-court. Right off the line. Yes.
That's very good from Seles. She has to work so hard, but she's prepared to put the time in. Great heart. 30 love.
Really was a good point, because it was a rally in which Seles had to field a very tough skip off the line, and still was good enough to chase this one down and flip it cross court. And another big service winner.
Match point for Monica Seles. Last year, she was in the middle of a 39-match winning streak, which went through the French Championship to the quarterfinals in Wimbledon, where Zina Garrison beat her. Looks like she's going to be in another final. Match point. Double fault.
That's Monica's father, cartoonist, Terrell Seles, watching. He's not too worried, it seems, even though that was only her second double of the match. That was out of nerves, of course. That's it. It's over.
There was a call made, but they're going to check them off. And I believe that you'll be right, Mary, that they'll come to the conclusion that that is long, which is what the call is. Unless Jane Tabor gets out the chair, which she apparently is not going to do, the match is over. Monica Seles is in the final of the French Championship for this year. So unless Steffi Graf gets to the final and beats her there, she's going to stay #1 in the world.
Well, it's a pity that the fans, you know, were you know, booing and stuff on that match point, because in fact, you know, it was a very pro-Sabatini crowd. But the match was over after that rain delay, wasn't it? I mean, Sabatini she didn't come out of the chute well after that rain delay. Seles did. She just fired herself up, ignored the situation, and another great Carrillo pick down the tubes. I picked Sabatini to win, and on the men's side, at the beginning, I picked Agassi, and I went up to Nick Bollettieri, Agassi's coach, yesterday, and said, "Bad news for you. I picked Agassi," which, as everyone knows, is the death knell.
All right, we'll be back with more live coverage from Roland Garros. Seles is in the final.